Hey guys, it's T and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than most of the videos that I've been doing recently on my channel, and that is because it is going to be a get ready with me, chit chat get ready with me video. Those are pretty popular here on YouTube, but they're really difficult to do. Oddly enough, I've tried to do one or two of them before, but I never uploaded them because the footage was just terrible. But anyway, I really wanted to do this chit chat get ready with me, not because I'm going anywhere, because I'm not. I need to take a couple of pictures for a project, and I would have had to get ready to take those pictures anyway. So I figured, why not just record it, because I did have a couple of things I wanted to talk with you guys about anyway. I'm getting over the flu, which has turned into a bit of a, well, it was a sore throat, and then now like a traditional cold. I actually got pretty sick on my second flight coming back from Thailand. On the 12-hour flight, I was just ridiculously cold and could not get warm. Like, I had to ask the flight attendants for another blanket, and I had my hoodie on, the original blanket, sweatpants, compression socks, all of that, and with the second blanket I still was freezing. And I knew at that moment that it was starting to like go downhill, so I was kind of thankful that I was on my way home. From the time that I got home, like home back to DC in my house, I was on my couch for like 3 days straight. Like, I just could not do anything. I had no energy. Just getting to the bathroom felt like something I had to talk myself into. I was really cold all the time, despite having comforters and being fully dressed, and wearing socks, and I never sleep with socks. Like, I hate it. That went on for a few days, and like the fever and everything, and so I'm still riding out the residuals of that. I washed my hair finally. I was supposed to wash my hair as soon as I got back, and the only thing I had energy for was taking out my braids, and I did that like literally as soon as I got back. And then I didn't wash my hair for like another 2 weeks because I just could not. And plus, being cold, like, I didn't want to have wet hair. I haven't worn any makeup in about like a month. I think maybe the last time I wore makeup probably was New Year's. And I didn't even go anywhere for New Year's. I went to my aunt's house, but I just did some makeup just to practice and take pictures for the gram. So that was it. So I wanted to give you guys a little update on you know, kind of where I've been. I haven't been posting on Instagram or anything because I've been sick, like really sick, and if you know me, I rarely ever get sick. Mostly because I feel like because I paid a lot of attention to my body, and I know when I'm starting to get sick. And the minute I start to get sick, I start in on the remedies like tea, everything like that. I don't really take medicine much unless it's absolutely necessary to resolve whatever issue I have. And that's not an indictment against medicine, or to say like medicine's not good for you, or that you shouldn't take medicine if you're not feeling well. It's just how I grew up and what I'm used to and what I stick with. I didn't even take any medicine dealing with this flu either. I was really close to, but I mean, I was feeling so bad that I didn't have the energy to do anything, much less, like, I didn't eat for like 2 or 3 days in a row. But this one kind of caught me off. Yeah, it kind of snuck up on me, and it was a little bit scary because, you know, this flu has been really aggressive. This strain of flu this season has been really aggressive and has killed quite a few people. So it was a bit scary with or without medicine. I'm glad I'm feeling a bit better now, and just hoping that it stays that way. So I had a specific topic in mind for this chit chat get ready with me, and it's about YouTube. So I'm sure plenty of you have heard, especially if you are content creators, that YouTube sent out an email, I think in early or mid-January, to a lot of content creators, alerting them that the YouTube partner program is changing their like rules basically this month, so in February. And it basically, I think they only sent the email to creators people with YouTube accounts who would be affected by the new rules. And I am unfortunately one of those creators. You may or may not know that YouTube changed these same rules in 2017. And as an aside, if I sound out of breath, it's also because of this cold. YouTube had also changed these same rules before in 2017. And that change was to, you had to have 10,000 lifetime views on your channel. So for all the videos that you have posted, lifetime views on your channel, you had to have 10,000 in order to be a part of the YouTube partner program, and i.e. monetize your videos. So I didn't get caught up in that change because I had already surpassed the minimum lifetime views. So the new changes are that you have to have 1,000 subscribers, which I don't currently have, and 4,000 watch hours on your channel in the last 12 months, which I also don't have. And I also forgot to say, as a result of this cold lately, my mouth has been so dry. So if I have to stop, and you might see me stop intermittently and take sips of water because just overall dryness that I've been having as a result of the cold. And then on top of that, I am doing a lot of talking because of this video, so I think that makes it a bit worse. I think that's my last aside. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and I have neither. I wanted to talk about this because I just feel like YouTube is making it increasingly difficult for small YouTube channels, content creators, to flourish on YouTube. And you might be wondering what the reason is for these changes. And for the first one from last year to the 10,000 lifetime views, I actually don't remember what the reason for that was. It might have been the same as this, I'm not sure. But this most recent one is an attempt to, I really should just read this from the email, because I feel like there's what YouTube said and then there are like the facts. So give me a second, let me pull up the email. So they sent the email mid-January. So as a result, your channel will lose all access to all monetization tools and features associated with the YouTube Partner Program on February 20th, 2018, unless you surpass the threshold in the next 30 days. This email was to serve as a 30-day notice that I would essentially be evicted from the YouTube Partner. Just realized they don't actually say why they're doing this in the email. So let me click. So let's talk about the real reasons why this is happening. So I think YouTube talks about, I was doing my eyebrows. This is why Get Ready With Me is so difficult. It's ad sponsors as a major reason for this change. And they talked about trying to ensure that the broader YouTube community has good content, like good high quality content, good content, like as in not bad content, like it's covering good things, good topics, things that are not violating the YouTube community rules. So they're trying to basically enforce that kind of environment and that type of content, and encourage that type of content, reward that kind of content with monetization, as opposed to, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, bad channels, bad content being rewarded with monetization just because people are watching it, I guess. I don't know. Like, it kind of is, it's not counterintuitive, but it's a little bit hypocritical, I think. Because essentially, if you have the subscribers and you have the watch time, then that should justify you being a part of the program, correct? Again, this is what they say. The reason why they say they are creating these new thresholds. What I think is really going on that they're not going to explicitly say is that YouTube is losing a lot of its major ad sponsors. These would be, so I'm going to drop some big company names, but these aren't necessarily people who have pulled ad dollars out of YouTube. So I'm saying companies in the order of magnitude of like a Procter & Gamble or a General Electric or a Walmart. Some like companies that are that huge and that have that much buying power and that much revenue and dollars, ad dollars to support whatever they want. Companies of that magnitude are pulling out of YouTube ads because they don't support the kind of content that their ads are being found on. What's happening is that, again, talking about bad content, you don't necessarily have control over whose ads are on your videos once you're monetized. So if I have a video about, I don't know, I can't even think of like a good example. If I have a video about anything that's inappropriate, and I know inappropriate is very subjective, but just whatever you might deem inappropriate to you. Like think of yourself as a Walmart or a Procter & Gamble or something like that, and think about content that you would not want your company to be seen running an ad on because of the type of content it is. That's the issue that YouTube is having, and why these ad sponsors, if you will, are pulling their dollars out of ads on YouTube. As a response, YouTube is trying to correct that situation. The problem that I have with this is that these new thresholds mostly affect small YouTubers like myself, who are not averaging a lot of views per video and don't necessarily have a lot of subscribers. Or you might also have a lot of subscribers and just maybe not have the engagement to match your subscribers. I mean, who knows? Because you have to meet both requirements. If the small YouTubers are not the ones that are creating the problem, why would you create a solution that addresses a community that's not causing a problem? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. I don't even know where this video cut off. This has been a big problem for me recently. I don't know why my camera now only records in 10-minute increments, and it used to be in 20. And so I'll be trying to watch the monitor to make sure that I am paying attention to when the video is going to end, so that I can restart the video, or, you know, start a new video to keep recording. And before you know it, I forget, and I'm talking and nothing's being recorded. So then I end up with the gap in my footage that sometimes it doesn't even make sense to upload or something, because I can't explain the gap, or the gap in the gap I'm missing like a critical piece of footage, information or something. So I don't even know where this stopped recording. But yeah, we're just talking about YouTube and the changes that are coming, and I was talking about how I'm finding it frustrating that a lot of the larger YouTubers, when they're talking about this issue, are kind of like, well, where was the urgency to reach the 100, to reach as many subscribers, I guess, as possible, to gain as many subscribers as possible before YouTube announced this new change. And I don't really think that's fair. For one, I know for myself, I've had quite a few issues recently with uploading content to YouTube, where I still have 2 videos that are stuck in processing that I've been trying to upload since November and December. It's now February. Like, it's ridiculous. And I've sent YouTube emails, messages, like put in tickets, to which I still have not gotten a response. It's been over a month. The little bit of troubleshooting that I did receive didn't work, and here I am, you know, still. And you guys don't know that. Like, that's not your fault. But all you know is that you're not seeing consistent videos from me. And all I know is that I might spend a couple of hours producing a video and another couple of hours editing said video, only to go to upload it and it won't upload. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Doesn't matter what I do, the video is not going up. Then there's also the fact of we're constantly being told that subscribers don't matter, like their numbers of subscribers don't matter, and not to focus on the number of subscribers that you have. Focus on the quality of your content, blah, 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 blah. So if I don't upload a video every week or 2 videos every week, because I would rather have good, high quality videos than to consistently put up videos every week or at whatever frequency, you know, you have in mind, because I want to make sure that the quality is where it needs to be, then I mean, how do you reconcile those two things? We've been saying how unimportant the number of subscribers that you have is, especially if you have good engagement for your channel. I don't know why this foundation looks so orange. I wonder if I got really dark when I was in Asia. Now this foundation doesn't match anymore. That would be tragic. And it's looking real orange. I don't know what that's about. That's frustrating. So now it's just kind of like this mad dash for everyone who doesn't meet the threshold to get their 4,000 hours and get 1,000 subscribers by the hook or by the crook, so that you can stay in the partner program. It's frustrating. It's just like, no matter what you do, you just can't get where you're trying to go. I don't know about this foundation anymore. I might have got too dark for this. See if I can fix it, but I don't know if it's my light in here or what. But I'm gonna work with it, but a little YouTube convo would be enough for this video, but apparently it is not. That's where I'm at. I'm just kind of frustrated with a lot of things right now. That's how I'm feeling about YouTube. And I'm just tired of begging people to subscribe, to watch videos, because that's what you feel like you have to do now just to stay in the program. Like, I would rather have my channel stay eligible for monetization than lose that status and have to gain it back later. I feel like that'll be more difficult, but it's just so hard to get people to support, and I just don't want to have to do it that way anyway. I want to have an organic following, but this pressure is just like, boy, it's something else. I also wanted to record another video since I already have my hair done and stuff, but I don't know if I feel up to it. Lately I've just been doing things in like spurts, because I just don't have the energy to like get through as much as I normally do on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes I'll plan to do stuff and then I'm just like, I can't. I'll get up to do it and I'm like, I just can't function. Like, I wanted to record this video yesterday. Actually, I wanted to record it Saturday. And Saturday, I just wasn't feeling well. And I really was about to not do it today either. But I was like, you know what? Let me get that done at least. And they usually always capture that moment of especially the quarterbacks and the head coaches shaking hands at the Super Bowl right after the game. So the fact that that didn't happen, I feel like that probably was something that definitely was noticeable, you know. And it's just in such poor taste. Like, I just don't understand how people like him. I don't understand how he's likable at all. Like, his accomplishments and the type of quarterback he is aside, he just seems like such a gross person. And it doesn't hurt that he's all make America great again, pro-Trump type stuff. I can't respect that. I did not watch the Super Bowl because I'm with Kat. I heard that Justin Timberlake's performance was tragic. It's awful funny that he got invited back to do the Super Bowl, but Janet is where? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It is what it is, I guess. So that was really interesting. I didn't see that performance, and since everybody said it was so terrible, I have no interest in seeing it either. I was watching the news this morning, and I did hear that there were, so you know they talk about the commercials like the next day and everything, and I did hear that there was some controversy. These companies act like they don't have PR people, and they should have PR people, because if you got the bread to buy commercial time during the Super Bowl, like, you literally have no excuse for having tasteless commercials. Like, there should be enough diversity in whatever capacity, whether it's ethnic, gender, whatever have you. There should be enough diversity in the rooms where people are making decisions and approving things to not have these big blunders on primetime TV. Like, there's just no excuse. I think it was a Dodge commercial. It was some American brand truck. I think it was Dodge. I didn't see the whole commercial. I just saw the clip that they used in the news segment to discuss it. And they used a voiceover of a Martin Luther King speech to convey the idea of the commercial, but people were upset because they were like, why would you use a Martin Luther King commercial, or a Martin Luther King speech to sell a truck? That just seems kind of tasteless. Which, I mean, I can agree with that. I probably wouldn't have been upset about it, but I can agree that it's probably not in the best taste. I couldn't get I don't know what the whole gist of the commercial was, but it was like, there was like cuts to different people. Like, I don't know if they were saying that they were trying to showcase people serving others. I think that's what they said, and that's why they felt like using the Martin Luther King speech was appropriate for the commercial. So it was less about the car, but more about, or like selling the car, less about that and more about the service that the different people were doing throughout the commercial in different capacities. And then the truck was a part of, I guess, the service that some of the people were doing, like to help them carry out the service. And you know, a lot of these commercials aren't really explicit with like selling the product. They're almost like placing the product in everyday use or whatever to tell some type of story. So I could appreciate that, but I still do see where people had an issue with them using Dr. King's speech for that. And then one of the newscasters was explaining that it was ironic because that particular speech, outside of the voiceover that they actually used for the commercial, that particular speech, Dr. King was talking about how people need to stop, I guess, like glorifying things and watching consumerism. So it was just ironic that they used portions of a speech that would have directly combated what they were trying to do, like to sell a car. When he spoke directly against that in the speech. It's kind of interesting. But the company responded with the fact that they worked with the Dr. King Center, I think it's called, and the estate, because I don't know what that exactly means, to I guess in their minds make sure that the commercial was in good taste. However, they also said that Bernice King, I think, one of Dr. King's daughters, said that she had nothing to do with approving the use of his voiceover for the speech, for the commercial. So there's some distinction between the Dr. King Center and then parts of the family that they're not necessarily one and the same. That was interesting too. But it's interesting because that essentially means that the family may not even agree with you know, the use of his likeness or his voice or his speech, his words, whatever, how you want to put that, for those purposes. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But I didn't see a whole lot of conversation about that, so I don't know where it'll go from there. But I guess I'd have to go research on Twitter, on Black Twitter, to find out what exactly people were saying. So I mentioned that I'm still unemployed, still looking for a job. I don't even really know how to say like how that's going. I don't want to say it's bad. I'm kind of waiting to hear back from a company, I guess I'll say a company this week. Crossing my fingers and hoping that I hear back from about a job this week. If that doesn't work out, I don't know how that's gonna work, because I really am not interested in moving. Like, I just know that I'm gonna be really unhappy if it comes down to that. But what can you do? These bills gotta be paid. I was able to watch This Is Us Today, the episode from last night. And I'm like, damn, finally we found out how Jack died. Like, we only had to wait 2.5 seasons to find out how the man died. And I was so blown at how he died. It made me so upset. I'm not even going to go into it because I don't want to spoil it for any of y'all who haven't seen it yet. Although I don't know when this video is going to go up. When you see how this dude died, like, it just makes you so upset. So upset. Back to YouTube though. So I know every video I'm telling you guys, please like and subscribe and leave a comment, share the video. I say that every video. But I really need you guys' help to meet this threshold by February 20th. Because like I was saying earlier, I don't want to have to re-qualify, or I don't know, get reapproved or whatever for the program, because I'm in it now. I am able to monetize videos, which is not really anything because I don't have a lot of views. I'm able to monetize and I have access to the tools that they're talking about, which include like the end cards and some other things like that. So these next, I have videos that I'm trying to get out, so you have additional things to watch. But it would really, really, really help me out if you guys could like and subscribe, share with a friend, tell them to subscribe, and make sure you watch the whole video so that I can get the watch time, the watch hours, so every minute counts. Even if you are not interested in the video or you have to step away for whatever reason, just let it play. I'm really concerned about the massive numbers of missing girls lately, especially missing girls of color. I feel like every day on Facebook I'm seeing another, please share this so I can find my niece, daughter. It's really disturbing. And then the one young lady that they just found in Northern Virginia, that they found dead, and that was really sad. I don't know what's been going on, and I don't know if it's just because we haven't been hearing about, like, this is the same volume of missing girls and we just haven't been hearing about them, and now we're hearing more about them, or if there is an uptick in these missing girls of color. But it's concerning. It's really concerning. We gotta make sure that we are staying on top of our young people and making sure that they have the tools and the skills to make, I don't want to say stay out of trouble, because I don't feel like that's necessarily it, but just to stay safe, to recognize danger. So I felt like today I just could not get my lighting right. I don't know if it's because I haven't really recorded a video in a while or what, but baby, this lighting is just not doing what I want it to do. And I didn't really talk about what products I used, but I don't understand this card because I'm currently filming with a 128, I think, gigabyte memory card, and I cleared off a lot of the content off of it from my trip, and it's already going down to 8-minute recording time from 10, I guess, because of space. But there's barely anything on the card, so I really shouldn't be having any space issues. So weird. So weird. I'm really at the point where I am ready to see like the fruits of my labor. I'm getting so frustrated, like frustrated with YouTube, frustrated with my blog. I'm like to the point where I just don't know what else to do, you know, to get the results that I'm looking for. So I'm actually to the point where I am just not really happy with how my blog looks anymore. So I'm working on redoing that. I hate the way this Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray smells. Ugh, it smells like grass or seaweed or something. Like, just not something I would want on my face. Like, ugh, hate it. I feel like when we were transitioning to fall, my eczema was on fire, particularly on my back and on my lips. And then when I left to go to Asia, it was like all of a sudden my back was so much better, and it looked like the darkness on my back had cleared up and the rash itself had cleared up while I was gone. Like, I wasn't even scratching it anymore, wasn't itching or anything like that. I swear, anytime I leave the country, my eczema kind of magically disappears. So that was nice to not have to deal with for like 2 weeks. But now it's like flaring up again, especially on my lips, and I feel like it's on my eyelid again, on this eyelid, because this eyelid, I've been scratching it, and it also looks patchy. You guys wouldn't be able to see it, but I can see it close up. And then this eyelid doesn't itch and it's really smooth. Like, the eyeshadow on it is really smooth. So you gotta pay attention to your body or whatever. So for oil to take down my twist, I'm using the natural hair coconut shea oil from Eden Body Works. And I used the whole Eden Body Works, well, not the whole line, but everything I used to wash my hair on Friday is from this coconut shea line from Eden Body Works, which I absolutely love, with the exception of the hair mask. I used it, but I really don't like it. It's too thick and it doesn't have any slip, and that's slip for me, but it does like leave your hair feeling really moisturized. I just don't like it. Requires me to do a lot more work because it doesn't have any slip really. So I usually mix it with an oil, but I think what I'm gonna have to start doing is mixing it in a container before I put it on my hair, because it's just too hard to mix in your hand to break down the thickness, if that makes sense. But like, the leave-in from that line is one of my favorite leave-ins. I use it all the time. And also the styling cream, I absolutely love. It always leaves my hair looking so good, and more importantly, feeling really soft and moisturized. Going back to YouTube, I know I keep circling back to that, but that was the main thing I wanted to chat about in this video. I want you guys to tell me in the comments what kinds of content you come to YouTube for. Having said that, I know that the majority of my content so far here on YouTube has been in the natural hair or like beauty space, but I never intended for that to be all I address on my channel, just because I like to talk about other things and do other things. I'm not just about hair, but I feel like a lot of times that's all people want to see and talk about is hair and makeup, so that I have an idea of other types of content that you would be interested in watching. So I actually intend to record a travel related video after I take the photos that I need, but that might be subject to the lighting because I'm running out of natural light currently. Oh, now you're only down to less than a minute. Okay, this is crazy. Yeah, so now my card is not cooperating. We're at under a minute, so I'm going to step off camera to finish doing my hair, and then I'll come back to show you guys what it looks like. Okay guys, so I'm back now, and I have sufficiently pulled apart and fluffed my hair. This twist out didn't come out as great as I would like for it to, but it's still pretty cute, I think. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I added some gold pins that I got courtesy of Jane Carter Solution for Christmas. Yeah, made a little hashtag outside of those, well, with those, and you guys know how I love gold. So yeah, this is the finished look. Hope you guys like it, and hope you guys liked this little chit chat get ready with me video. I know it was kind of random, the topics, but I thought that the main topic that I wanted to discuss which was the changes to YouTube, would take a lot longer to talk through, or maybe I just wasn't moving fast enough, doing more talking and not enough getting ready. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. Join the fam, join the squad. I really need you to hit that subscribe button so that I can stay in the YouTube Partner Program come February 20th, which is only 15 days away. So we have a lot of work to get done in 15 days. But I believe that we can do it. That's it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!